Okay, what I've done now is I've mixed some sap green and alizarin crimson together, about equal parts, and then I threw in some soft white, and I'm just putting some of this on my the small side of my palette knife, and I'm just going to put in the indication of some kind of bank here. So another way to make brown is to have mix sap green and alizarin crimson. As a matter of fact, you can, depending on the amount of red you put, alizarin crimson you put in, you can have almost really good substitute for burnt sienna. I'm just using the small side of this knife because of the scale of this particular canvas, and I'm not really spending a lot of time fiddling with the shoreline. I'm just getting something in there that will be recognized as a shoreline. This is really not supposed to be a completed painting. That's just fine for now. If I were going to try to do a completed painting, a real completed painting, I would spend a little more time with it. Now I'm dipping into magic white, and what I'm going to do now is the water line at the shoreline. So I'm just going to put a little bit of, again, using the small edge of the palette knife, just going to put in indication of the, maybe I'll use the longer one. Get here again, if you want, it's kind of, you kind of want to keep your strokes horizontal. That's probably good enough. I'm going to come out of this area, and I'm just going to start my indication of lines kind of shooting out here and there, so that it is recognized that there's something going on with the the water. Dipping into and picking up a little more magic white, putting it on the palette. Now I come out in the water area, and do a similar thing. And this is where it's kind of, I don't know, I want to move horizontal, but I also want to create some interesting shapes and patterns. Like, it's important to kind of go across these dark areas. That's where you get the indication in your mind that it is water, and you'll see that I'm going back and forth. There's not a lot of paint involved here, and not a lot of medium involved. And then you just kind of work it back and forth, and you can create these interesting little shapes of disturbance just by going back and forth. And you can hear I'm putting a little pressure from time to time into that. In some cases, I'd even wipe my palette knife off completely and just get into that and move it around without any paint on it, without any medium on it, and it comes off as being, it's like Bill Alexander used to say, it's there and it's not there. If you've ever observed some of these things in nature, observe the water and what it does and how it looks. I used to be fascinated with it when I was backpacking a lot, and so that looks pretty good. Well, I certainly hope that you've enjoyed this demonstration, and that it will help you paint your water scenes so they look very wet and very believable. As you can see, part of the secret of this is to create depth in the water. If you notice that along the bottom the water is darker. As we move up in the water, it becomes lighter and lighter, and that's in the mind's eye. That's a natural progression, something that's very natural, and it helps make all of the other things that you do on the canvas even more believable. And again, this was reflected in what we did in the sky above. We started dark at the top and worked down lighter, lighter, and it all creates dimension and depth in your painting. So again, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have, let me know. You can send me an email. There is an email or a website address on the clip, and you can get in contact with me there. Have a great day and happy painting.